Okay, Texans with a huge win, okay? Not just because it was against a division rival, not just because this is a win. Yes, I kind of knew we would win. We're kind of the better team, but holy cow, we got a huge win. Colts lost too, meaning we both have the same amount of losses. Right now, though, they do hold the tiebreaker. Okay? So, even though I know what the NFL blah 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 says, the standing says we have more wins, blah blah, we have an equal amount of losses, okay? That's how I look at it. Right now, the Colts lead the division. This is their division to lose as of right now because they hold that lead. They have the tiebreaker and same amount of losses. But it was so huge. This gets us getting the division victory much more manageable. We still have to play the Ravens, we still have to play the Patriots, and we still have to play the Colts again. This is not going to be an easy second half of the season. Okay, we still got quite a few good teams to play. Okay, we could easily go 10-6, or worse, 9-7 again. Ooh. But we have a shot. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I kind of thought this was funny at first, but then I kind of realized it's kind of... I looked at the game again, and I just kind of realized... Here's the thing. Texans have... They kind of broke Minshew. I don't think there's going to... Minshew needs to deal with losses like this. Here's the thing. We broke Gardner Minshew. I don't think he's going to come back this season and be a good football player. Okay? Not because it's his talent. Not because it's talent. But because the Texans legitimately broke him. He answered one question. And then he left. And yeah, here's the thing. I know the Browns quarterback did the same thing, but I think he can still lead his team. I think he can still make an NFL. I don't think Minshew can make this in the NFL until he learns how to lose. Okay? He's not getting a chip on his shoulder or anything. He's broken. He was a broken man on that field. And honestly, the Jaguars should have had more points up on the board than they had. There was a botched fumble. There was a botched field goal attempt that would have made it 6-9 at the time, or 6-12. It would have been a much more 6-19, whatever it was. It would have been a much more manageable game. It would have been a much more manageable game. And then there was honestly what I believe to have been a catch. Wasn't a catch. That took points off the board for Gardner Minshew. It was just, the Jags just had bad luck this game, okay? Game should have been much closer if it was called correctly. There was there's something stupid I don't think should be a thing that when it was called against Texans. Blindside block. Well, I'm sorry, I don't care what side it's from. If you're running, as long as they block you, and it's in their front, they're not blocking from behind or anything. What's the matter with that? It's whatever. Now, talking about Gardner Minshew, whatever, got it. How did the Texans do? Well, Deshaun Watson was Houdini out there, okay? The Jaguars only were able to get one sack out of them. But it wasn't because of our O-line. It was because Deshaun Watson was a magician. He was getting out of sacks, threw the ball away a couple times. He's getting out of sacks and turning that nothing into something. There's this one. There was a sack. He's getting wrapped up. There you go. He's down. He threw the ball backwards, a lateral, taking on papers, a lateral, to the running back who ran in. It was either for a first down or a touchdown. He took that nothing play into a something play. That's Deshaun Watson. He is a second level. He is the quarterback the Texans needed. Now we need to protect him. Our O line still isn't that good. Our defense still isn't that good. We need to protect him with the O line and to build up a good defense. Okay? Now, Deshaun Watson, he did good. He completed 22 of 28 passes, 201 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had 7 rushing attempts for 37 yards and 5.3 yards per carry. Okay, Deshaun Watson. Houdini out there. Carlos Hyde had 19 rushes for 160 yards, 8.4 yards per carry. Okay, he did pretty good for rushing. Okay, we actually got that. We got a rushing duo right here. Carlos Hyde's a great rusher. He's a good running back. We got a good running back. That's wonderful. Okay, Johnson. Uh, he's a good second running back to go to whenever we don't have Carlos Hyde on the field. He had 7 attempts, 13 yards, 1.9 yards per carry, and a touchdown. He's also pretty good at receiving. He had 5 receptions for 68 yards and 13.6 yards per carry. He's a good receiving rusher. It's a great duo right there. Okay. Now Hopkins, amazing, best wide receiver out there. 8 receptions, 48 yards, 6 yards per reception, and a touchdown. He even had 1 rush for 6 yards. Stills did good, 4 receptions, 52 yards, 13 yards per reception, and Fells had a touchdown, a 1-yard touchdown. So the Texans, they did pretty good. And the O-line only gave up 1 sack. But again, that's not necessarily because of a good O-line. That was mostly because of Houdini Watson. Okay? And in the defense, Conley, 8 tackles. Cunningham, 7 tackles. Joseph, 4 tackles. Merciless, 3 tackles. But then we get the sacks. We got, 3 sacks? We got 2 from Scarlett, 1 from Bobby, 1 from Watkins. The defense, Defense held the Jaguars, was the lead rushing yards for under 100 this game. And the Texans haven't had a game where they allowed over 100 rushing yards since the start of last season. That's pretty amazing. Okay. Listen, the Houston Texans. This was the Houston Texans. Also, this was the Houston Texans' debut in London. This is our first London game. Okay, and Jags, they've been in London quite a while. I was expecting them to do something, but here's the thing: we're not facing the Jaguars anymore. We got our 2 games against the Jaguars, I believe so, but the Jaguars, that doesn't mean anything because the Jaguars are now getting Nick Foles back. And we know all about Nick Magic. Saint Nick. Big Dick Nick. Whatever you want to call him. So, he's going to come back. And this is the part of the season that is Nick's part of the season. Okay? Jags are 4-4. Or 4-5. Whatever you want them to be. 4-4, I think. That's half the season. Now it's the second half. This is the half where Nick comes in and they end up winning, and they somehow make the playoffs. Is it time for us to stop that? Is it time for... Because Texans and the Colts, they got a decent... right now, Texans and the Colts are over the Jags. But that could change. Who knows? Right now, the division is definitely not going to the Titans. Jaguars, most likely not. It feels like, I believe it's going to be the Texans or Colts. Jags, I think you're fighting for 3rd. They're going to be 3rd. And they're just kind of hoping they're able to find a way to fight to a wild card spot. Titans, I'm sorry, I think they're not going to do that well. This is not... They are just done. Okay, but yeah, this is going to be interesting. So Texans, we have a shot at division still. We got a real good shot. Winning against the Jags and the Colts losing against the Steelers just made it a whole lot easier for us. It's time for us to win the division now. Not win the division now. It's time for us to win the tough games.